Hey, this is Miss Schiff, and we are going to be working on area of a triangle and area of a rectangle. We're going to start with what I think is the easier of the two. We're going to look at area of a rectangle. So, what do we know about rectangles? Well, we know that in a rectangle, we've got 4 right angles. All of these are right angles. And the opposite sides are the same length. So if I tell you that this is 7 and this is 3, if this side is 7, this side must also be 7 because the opposite sides are the same. Same is true here. So this is 3. So if I said find the area of this rectangle, first we need to know that area of a rectangle is length times width. Well, what are the length and the width? So if I have a rectangle, the length is this side and the width is this side, or either way, it doesn't really matter. So if I'm going to find area of this rectangle, every time I find area, I always rewrite the formula, which is area of a rectangle equals length times width. You might also see it written like this. We're going to start down here. Area of a rectangle equals length, which is L, times, or you might see it as an X, width. Right, so we're going to be looking at this rectangle we had at the top, 3 and 7. I like to color code things because I'm a visual learner and it helps me. So I'm going to make the length blue, and I'm going to make the width, we'll go back to green. Okay, so every time I do this, I rewrite the formula. A of a rectangle, area of a rectangle equals the length, we're color coordinating as blue, and the width we're going to coordinate as W, or excuse me, as green. All right, so the length of this rectangle is 7, so I'm just going to plug in the 7 where the L would go, times 3, which is the width. Area of a rectangle is 7 times 3, 21. So the area of this rectangle is 21. What does that mean? So I think sometimes we find area and we don't quite understand. So I'm going to use this tool here. I'm going to show you. So if we have a rectangle and we say that this is 3, that means there's actually 3 rows on that side. And normally they should be perfect size, but I'm doing the best I can. 1, 2, 3. So the height is 3, or the width. Now the length is 7. So that means there's going to be 7 columns. So let's get us a blue line here. Oops, that's not the one. What did I click on? There we go. And we need to make this line blue. All right, let's do the best we can. 1, let's do it this way. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So these should be equidistant apart. They're not, but let's pretend like they are for the purpose of what I'm trying to show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So if it is a 3 by 7, which that might sound familiar to you when you're looking at pictures or measurements, and it's a 3 by 7, that means that it is 3 high, 1, 2, 3, and 7 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 by 7 or 3 times 7 should give me 21. And if I go in and count all these squares, we should have 21. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that tells you that your area is 21. So there's two different ways you can look at it. All right, I'm going to draw one for you, and I want you to pause me, and I want you to tell me what is the area of a rectangle with a length equaling 1 or 10 and a width that equals 1.5. So pause me and try that yourself. All right, hopefully you did pause me and tried it yourself, but I'm going to show you the answer so you can see if you're right. So again, what am I going to do first? I'm going to write the formula. Area, oops, going back to black. Area equals length times width, or you can use the X if that's better for you. And I'm going to length is going to be yellow in this one, and width is going to be green. So my width is 1.5, and my length is 10. Area equals length, which is 10, times width, which is 1.5. You're going to have to dig out your multiplication here because we're multiplying by a decimal. All right, so 10 times 1.5. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 0 is 0. And 1 times 1 is 1. So then here we add placeholder 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus nothing is 1. And then we have one decimal place. So our answer is 15. So that's how you find area of a rectangle. All right, next we're going to look at area of a triangle, which is not much more difficult. I know that I said the other one was the easier one, but if you can do that one, you can do this one too. All right, so area of a triangle is, you're going to see it written two different ways. It's base times height divided by 2. As you get older, you're going to see it written as 1/2 base times height. But they mean the same thing. For today, we're going to stick with the first one because that's going to make the most sense to you. All right, so area of a triangle. Let's start. Well, here's something we need to know about a triangle. We need to know what the base and the height of a triangle are. So you're going to see triangles that look like this, and you're going to see triangles that look like this. All right, so get this triangle to move down. You might also see them, so this is an equilateral, this is a scalene, or excuse me, a right triangle. You might also see them look like this, which is scalene. You got 3 different sides. In any case, the height is when you have the distance from here is your height. This is your height. We would actually take this and this would be our height. Okay. All right, so that's our height. What is the base? Well, I want you to think, when you think base, think bottom. This is your base. So let's try one. All right, so here's triangle. We're going to say that the height, that's not very pretty, but the height is 4. We're going to say the base is 7. So if we're going to find the area of this triangle, the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So our base is down here. Our height is here. So we're going to rewrite the formula. Oops. I want to put an equal sign there. Area equal, I did it again, guys. Area of a triangle equals base times height divided by 2. We're going to color code again. So let's look at, let's see. So our base is going to be purple and our height is going to be green. So we need to look over here. Which one of these is our base? Base means bottom. So this is our base. So where the B is, we're going to write that there. And we need our height. 4 is our height. So we're going to put that in there. So now we just have to do our operations to get the final answer. Again, rewriting the formula, area of a triangle equals, let's just focus on the top because there's an invisible parentheses there, remember? 7 times 4 is 28. Good job. And then, oh guys, that looks like a fraction. That's the big ugly F word, right? This means divide. So 28 divided by 2 is 14. So the area of this triangle is 14. Let's do one more. I am going to draw it. You're going to pause me and you're going to try it as far as you can get. And then pretend like this is a perfect triangle, y'all. And then I'm going to do it for you. We're going to say that this is 11. And here is 3. If you hear any letters in the background, guys, it's my child playing on her tablet. She's learning her letters. So if you hear A, that's her. All right, pause me and you do it. Area of a triangle equals base times height divided by 2. Highlighting. Base is going to be yellow. Height is going to be green. Our base is here. Our height is here. So I'm going to do a little something different here. I'm I'm going to take, oh, I drew this line to separate the problems. You see how well that worked out. I'm actually going to use some of my tools here. And I just copied and pasted that here. And so now I just have to plug in the numbers. All right, so 10. We said it's base times height, so I think it got mixed up. Either way, base is 11. Oops. Undo. Okay. Base is 11. Height is 3. And if, I wrote these backwards, but 11 times 3 and 3 times 11 can be written either way because they're both going to give you 33. Okay. So I just wanted you to recognize that. Equals 33 divided by 2. Just because it doesn't go in evenly doesn't mean you did something wrong. So let's come over here and do our math. 2 into 33. 2 goes into 3 once. 1 times 2 is 2. We're going to subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. Bring down the 3. 2 goes into 13 6 times. 6 times 2 is 12. 3 minus 2 is 1. 2 times 1, oh, sorry, what am I doing? We need to add a number, add a decimal, so that we have a 0 to bring down. 2 goes into 10. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract. And we get 165, but we have to bring up our decimal, so the answer is 16.5 or 16 and a half. So, area of a triangle, 1/2 base times height. Area of a rectangle, length times width.